My name's Glenn Morgan. This is We the Govern. Thank you for watching. And today I just wanted to kind of give a quick update. Lately I haven't been talking about some of the mini PACs and politicians who've gotten in trouble with the Public Disclosure Commission, usually based on complaints that I filed against them for violations that they've committed just over in the last couple years. Part of this is just because I've been busy doing a lot of other things as well, and there's been a lot of violations that have come through. Usually I do a violator of the week or something like that, but I just wanted to cover one that just came through this last week. And the one I want to talk about is a fine that was just levied against the Washington Education Association PAC. Now, I'm going to point out this particular fine is it's a small fine. It's about a $150 fine. And you'll see, I'll link to the actual original complaint that I'd filed against them. This was actually for them attempting to conceal for months all the money that they were actually spending on legal costs dealing with the complaints that I'd filed. And they're obligated to report that as expenditures, but they don't. They oftentimes try to hide stuff. I mean, this is one thing that I found with the Washington Education Association. This is a repeat problem for them. And so this was just one complaint. There's a couple other active investigations that are triggered based on some of the other work that I've done looking into this large, extremely large, multi-million-dollar PAC over the last couple of years. It's not the first fine that's been issued against them. I had a larger settlement against them a couple years ago. Again, I don't get any of that money. It just all goes to the state. But it was just indicative, I believe, of just the typical violations that this group does commit when they think nobody's watching. And I think that's kind of important because if you want to make a difference, you need to pay attention to what's happening out there, regardless of who it is that's actually committing the violation. So this was just one of many cases. I think I have about 30 active investigations going on with Public Disclosure Commission. I'm actually a little behind right now. I have a couple hundred complaints that I just haven't been able to file. I know that they're out there, and it's just about processing them and kind of continuing that steady process of indicating to those who like to violate the law on a regular basis that there are people paying attention to them. And the Public Disclosure Commission usually doesn't really, they treat them with kid gloves, but still, at least there's an investigation exposing the truth. So if you want to read more about the complaint that I filed, I got it linked down below. If you want to file complaints like that yourself, you can go ahead and look at what I drafted there and see if you can discover similar evidence with other PACs that are out there or other politicians that are out there. I try to train people on how to do this regularly, and there are some people doing a great job right now holding politicians and PACs and others accountable. But if you look at my website, again, that's linked down below. I've got about 286 politicians, PACs, judges, political parties, other groups that have been in trouble, that have officially been sanctioned or fined or been sued by the Attorney General based on complaints I filed over the last couple of years. This just happens to be a recent one that came through last week that caught my attention. And of course, there's a lot more coming where that came from. But I just wanted to give you that update and just to encourage people out there, if you pay attention and you look at what's going on out there, you're inevitably going to find that some of these people are breaking the law, and it's worth the effort to go in and expose them. You may not feel like they're getting the penalty that they deserve, but that doesn't mean that what I'll guarantee is if you don't do anything, there's no penalty of any kind at all. Not to mention then they tend to go and break the law even more because they think nobody's watching. So helping to hold them accountable is a good step in the right direction, and this was just a small step in the right direction. I think they're really more angry, not so much about that little fine that they got, but about the fact that they were spending thousands of dollars in legal fees dealing with their violations, or at least attempting to get out of the violations that I caught them making. So anyway, just one of many cases that are out there. Hope you enjoy, and just remember, just like anything else, this is simply an example of what happens when you show up. You have to show up to make a difference, and as I always say, the future belongs to those who show up.